Welcome, Whiskey Vault.
I'm Daniel.
Rex.
You're going to recognize this bottle because we opened it already, you and I,
Oh, yeah.
in the presence of the one who donated it.
Oh.
Because he was in town for Bastard's Ball from Denmark.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Emil Lund.
Yes, I know the face. I'm the worst with names.
And we're like, dude, we're still 6 months.
He's been to multiple Bastard's Balls.
Yeah, what was that? October, November, December, January, February, March. He was 6 months away from it being reviewed.
We did him the favor of drinking
his
the
fancy whiskey he gave us. Yeah, I went and got it from the vault, and we opened it up, and we drank it together at the Bastard's Ball.
Highland
And then
Park.
I put it back.
Yeah.
And now we're going to review it for real.
This is a single cask Highland Park?
It's not a single cask, but it's a release
Single cask
specifically.
series.
Oh, I thought it wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay, no, it's my notes are mixing up from another one. Yeah, so this is cask number 648. It's pronounced Danefae.
There was
Danefae.
a girl in my high... Oh, I can't tell that story.
Danefae.
Never mind. That's pretty good.
So this is aged in a refill puncheon, that's a sherry, right? And it is...
What's the proof on this thing?
64.8. So this is a single cask, 12-year-old Highland Park.
This has got to be cask strength.
Yeah. You know what's cool is
cask strength Highland Park. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. The name Danefae evidently dates back to an ancient Denmark law that said any precious metal objects unearthed in Denmark were owned by the king.
Dibs.
Yeah, he just called dibs on anything you find in the ground.
It's mine.
Yeah, so you're digging, you're trying to plant something, and you're like, oh, look, a diamond.
Mine.
In the distance, you hear the king go, dibs. I don't know why, but dibs is a new thing with my youngest right now. Evidently, everyone in his junior high is doing dibs on everything.
Yeah.
And so, and he does it on everything. So the other day, I bought a new, a microphone or something. It's like, this is a really cool microphone. He was like, dibs. Like, you can't.
It's interesting.
This is my microphone. Yeah.
Okay, on the nose of this cask strength single barrel Highland Park.
That smells so good. That is sherry and a campfire in the distance. Oh, this is fig and raisin bread, buttered raisin bread. Good Lord.
And then there's on the high end, there's like a menthol note.
Yeah, absolutely. An almost spearmint.
Yeah. Wow.
This is well chosen.
You know what? I'm going to start doing different edges of the glass more often.
I know, because I got the spearmint when I moved it to the top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tobacco.
Wow.
Tobacco, like a sweet tobacco.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. That's so good.
Tastes like, how dare you?
Yeah, son of a bitch. Everything that I just described on the nose is rolling out on the palate.
It's still going, man.
Almost in order.
It's still going.
It went rich and woody.
The finish, like you stop drinking it, and then just kind of, there's a moment where it just pauses, and then it just swells up all over again. Yeah, usually a finish is just kind of like a gradual decline. This ramped up.
I still feel it, and now it's turning a little bit ashy.
Man.
Aftertaste is a little bit ashy, but it's sweet at the same time. Damn!
Yeah, it's really...
So, the Scottish government, all of my friends in Scotland and all my whiskey nerd friends on LinkedIn and internet, they're blowing up right now. Because the Scottish government just announced its new planned budget, which I guess, I don't know how it works in UK politics, but I guess can still be overruled by basically their Congress or Parliament.
Yeah.
But it proposes an increase in Scotch whiskey taxes. Again.
Internationally? Or just...
Period.
Okay.
Just to make it, regardless of whether you're shipping it out or not. And if it goes through, it means that 75% of the price of a bottle of Scotch is taxes.
What the hell?
Yeah. if it goes through. This is the same government who's like, I know you bring all these tourists.
Right.
I know you keep all these farmers
Honestly,
going.
If it wasn't for the whiskey industry, everybody in my world that has been to Scotland
Wouldn't have gone.
would not have gone to Scotland.
It's pretty and the people are nice, but
There's way more places I would go before Scotland if not for the whiskey scene.
yeah, maybe you'd visit Edinburgh. Maybe.
If I was like a hardcore like Harry Potter fan.
Yeah. But like you're not going to go out into the Oban or these other small towns or the islands that you would never visit otherwise. Yeah, no, it's absolutely insane. 75% if it goes through. Be like, oh, so a $100 bottle of whiskey, $75 is going to the government.
That is some grade A bullshit.
Yes, it is.
Not believing it. It's bullshit.
Oh, we never bastarded Emil Lund.
Emil Lund, you magnificent bastard.
I'm trying to remember that.
We were so enamored with the bottle.
I know.
Like, oh, here we go, yeah.
Look, this is a bottle that I would choose to prove to people who've been a little bit suspicious of Highland Park that they've gone off the rails with all their no-age statement, fancy, weird name stuff. Basically, I know a lot of whiskey fans who have gotten a little bit annoyed by both Ardbeg and Highland Park for just endorsing this like 100 different no-age statement bizarre releases.
So I get that sensibility, but I am of the mind, this is my personal opinion, that as long as they're still doing the thing that you love.
Yeah, then who cares?
And the thing that you love, and they're still making that. Now, if they were replacing that with all of this other stuff that you don't really jive with, like complain and voice your opinion and all that.
But no,
if they're still doing the thing you love, they're branching out.
Ardbeg 10's still happening. They made Ugdal Coralina. Like they're still making
honestly,
right moves, right?
They made the Ugdal Coralina.
Yeah.
You're good. Do whatever you want. Whatever kind of crazy, scorch, funky, whatever.
I don't know if you remember, but when they re-released Highland Park 12, it was like the Viking Honor Highland 12. And it did taste different. We A-B'd it.
We did. Yeah.
And it was like, it's not as good. Hopefully it wasn't just that bottle. But this, I would pour for anybody going like, let me show you what Highland Park is capable of.
The color on this, though, I'm assuming you're not gonna put color the E150 and something like this.
No, I don't think so. But I don't
in a
actually
single
know.
barrel, you're not gonna do something like that, would you?
You might. It was 800 or 604 bottles.
So wait a minute.
That's how big a puncheon is.
Oh, I was about to say because that's way more than
one of the biggest sizes of legal barrels.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's huge. Oh gosh, just so nice, and it holds up. Like you,
it really does.
Very often you'll get it in your face hole, and then you go back to the nose hole.
You want to try
it loses a step in the nose hole because you've acclimated with the retronasal.
Every time, it's every time.
All right, I'm gonna do ones with that one.
It's what's his name? You know.
Oh man, it's better. You go back and it gets better.
Shining dude.
Oh, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, every time you say retronasal, it's Jack Nicholson asking for a ham sandwich.
It lost the dark fruits. I mean, they're there, but they got tamped down.
Now, it does still have a dense sweetness, but the ashiness sort of pops to the top.
Sweetness turned into a little bit more of a vanilla cream.
Like berries and cream instead of bready.
That commercial so ruined berries and cream.
There's
berries and cream. Have you done?
No.
Oh, okay. Don't. It'll ruin it for you.
Okay.
Don't watch.
I won't watch it.
Okay.
Better without water.
Yeah. There's
it
more.
Just wiped out all the interesting complexities.
Yes, agreed.
Well, good to know.
Damn, though.
Still good.
Danefae, a video released on St. Patrick's Day, and it isn't an Irish whiskey. Yep.
Yeah.
It's lost again. Daniel is wrong about through hikes. A through hike is an end-to-end hike of a particular trail.
Yeah.
What Daniel described is a bushwhack hike. For instance, a through hike of the Pacific Crest Trail starts at either the Mexican in California,
or the Appalachian
or
Trail,
the Canadian border in Washington.
Yeah.
And you hike from one point to the other on the trail, but if you have to detour, you can.
Yeah. So he's right. So I looked this up because I've always thought that the through hike was the straight through, no.
Yeah.
But and a bushwhack isn't even that either. Bushwhack just means off trail.
Bushwhackers?
No.
Anybody deep cut into Back when it was WWF wrestling.
Oh no, I definitely haven't.
Bushwhackers, the two brothers. Okay, so
No,
it's fine.
Now the bushwhackers are off-trail hikers.
Yeah,
that's all that means.
Okay.
And so in theory, if you were going in a straight line through whatever's in your path, that would be bushwhacking.
This is not bushwhacking, but you know what? I'm always tempted every time I'm going down like a highway or something, and there's hills and there's forests, and you'll see
pull over.
You'll see carved out of like the hills.
Yeah.
This strip following the power lines.
Yes.
Yeah. I just want to go over those hills and through those valleys.
Me too.
Yeah.
They've started putting up locally. I used to ride my mountain bike on a bunch of those paths.
Okay.
Because it's kind of fun, and there's ones that go right over to Sarah and Andy's house.
Yeah.
And that's my shortcut to avoid going up Davis.
Yeah,
But they started putting up gates like every 100 yards. Yeah.
God, between taxing 75% of Scotch and putting up gates on these strips, like, what are you doing, man? There's better things for the government to do.
Have you ever?
Why do you got to ruin cool?
Have you ever wanted to hike the full Appalachian Trail from down, I think it's Georgia where it starts, ending all the way up in Maine? There was a whole thing in Gilmore Girls where evidently there was a book that came out and everyone and their dog decided, I'm going to go hike the trail and find myself.
Yeah.
And so the whole trail flooded with all these people who'd never hiked before with all this fancy gear who made it like 24 hours and they were like, this. But I have always wanted to do that. You have to start in winter, at the end of winter, in order to make it to Maine before winter hits again.
No.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. So one of my favorite books, the great authors is Bill Bryson.
Okay.
And he wrote a book called A Long Walk in the Woods.
Yeah.
And it's about him and his friend hiking the Appalachian Trail. And it's hilarious. Like just snort milk kind of out your nose funny on lines. Yeah. And but it is real. Like you're supposed to start in like February.
Yeah.
In order to walk fast enough
Yeah.
that you can get to Maine before winter hits again and you get snowed in and can't hike.
Yeah.
That's like 6 months of hiking.
I'm more of a 2.5 day hike kind of guy. 2.5 days.
Sleep on the ground?
Was there a sleeping bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't need like a cabin at each stop?
No.
Okay.
No, I can't. 2.5 days, come on.
Okay. Come on.
I've also realized going out on boats, because I recently got back from Hawaii. I'm not really a boat guy.
Really?
I'll tell you why. Everything that ever happens on a boat,
Yeah.
it goes on about twice as long as I want it to.
and there's no out.
Yeah.
Because you're on a boat.
There's no Irish goodbye on a boat.
No. You're like, peace out. And you hear a splash. And like, where's Rex? You got one of those little floaties.
Although, man, some of these boat experiences, I'm kind of tempted just like stand up and
just walk off the
boat.
edge.
But no, it's always twice as long. Every time I'm on a boat, it's like, this is fun, this is cool. While we're on the boat, we're doing some stuff. And then I have the thought, I'm done.
I'm over it.
And then I realize we're halfway through.
Yeah, we're not even to the point where we turn around yet.
Yeah, I'm not getting seasick, and it's like, it's like, okay, I get
I would
it.
really pay money to see you just get into one of those little round floaty things and just jump in, and then, no, not even paddle. You just hear this splash, and you look over, and you're just like straight-faced, arms out, just like bobbing through the waves. And they're like, Rex, reach for the pole, and you're like, nope.
No, I'm done.
Nope.
Every experience, and I've had like a lot of different experiences on the boat. Right?
Doesn't matter what size?
No.
What about a steamboat ride like we did for the whiskey things? Where you're like hanging out and drinking whiskey and the steamboat goes out and comes back.
Look, I enjoy myself for the first half. But it's just twice as long as it should be.
All right.
Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, sort of like this episode. If you fight me, I fight for a friend.
You steal me, you steal your lover's heart.
And if you drink,
Now you drink with us.